Hey, this is Leon Poe, man. You listening to Causeway Street Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Kenny Anderson. Y'all listen to the Causeway Street Podcast.
For all you new listeners out there, I'm your host, Josue Pavone. I'm joined as usual by my two co-hosts.
I'm Sean Dutra. What's up? So
yeah,
like
talk
long
about
walks
yourself.
on the bee.
There you go. Joel Pavone. What up?
I'm a Pisces. The most romantic.
It leads off with that.
The most romantic sign in all the zodiac.
Oh,
You couldn't tell by my voice already.
oh,
Sexy.
But I'm the producer of this ensemble that we call Causeway Street. In case you missed it.
Hey, Bill Walton here, Celtics 1986. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah, come here for nothing but the truth. This is where dreams come true. Thank you, Boston, for my life.
where are we going?
You guys are such homers.
It's your boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
What up?
Hey!
Look who's back. It's the boys from Causeway Street. Where the hell have we been?
Watching the Celtics win 9 in a row. That's where we've been.
Not trying to break the streak. That's what we've
Is
been
that
doing.
what it is? It was like a jinx thing, right? We didn't want to jinx it.
It was a jinx
So now they're probably going to lose against the Lakers. But you know what? We couldn't help it. We had to
back at
get
home.
back behind the mics.
Back at home.
Fuck it, Alonzo Ball.
No, but remember, the last time we were on, it was right after they beat...
I don't even want to tell you guys, but the last time we were
the 76ers.
recording an episode. I don't want to tell you what happened to that episode.
No, they just beat the 76ers on the road, so now they're going back home. It's going to be all good.
Okay.
All good vibes.
All right.
9 straight.
They're going to win
9
the
in
next
a row.
70 games in a row.
9 in a
Nine
row.
in a- I mean, 9 in a row is pretty impressive. I will say.
Pretty impressive.
I'm glad we didn't take what I said in the last episode and actually publish that shit because I was pretty pumped the brakes. But now I'm like, fucking, let's go, dude. Let's
Man,
fucking go.
On October 17th, at that night, after that game, if someone would have told you guys that they're going to win, they're going to drop one more and then win 9 in a row,
Or even if you just say
None of
they're
you
going
guys
to
would believe
be
that.
9-2.
none of you guys would believe that.
Absolutely not.
I mean, we were
I
talking
was-
people off the ledge last episode, remember?
I was stuck at 45 wins, dude.
Best start since 2010, 2011 season.
Yeah, Sean, how do you feel now? You laughed at me when I said this will win 50 games.
I agree with you now.
Now
know?
you do. Oh, that's all it takes, a little 9-game winning streak, huh?
Sort of
That's all it takes.
like when somebody
little
said,
9-game winning
sort of
streak.
like when people said like, no, Trump may be president. And I'm like,
That was back in July.
I'm like, what
And
the
then
fuck is
last
going
November.
on, man?
No one's laughing now.
No one.
You're
No
like,
one's
Rubio,
laughing
no.
now.
Come on, Rubio. Catch up.
I was like, no, Rubio's there.
Come on, Cruz.
Cruz is there. We still got Hillary and Bernie, dude. It's good, bro. It's good. Nope.
Election night around 10 o'clock.
Except
all-
this one is
we're
good
all-
news. So this is completely on the
This
opposite
is good news. And you know
We're
what?
all
Let's not,
shaking our heads.
let's not get Sean going on politics, of course, because this is the Causeway Street Podcast, talking nothing but the Celtics, of course, and what an amazing start it's been for them. The best start since 2010-2011 season. So
Who was on that team?
Von Wafer.
Von
Von
Wafer.
Wafer was
Shaquille
on that
O'Neal.
team.
Shaq and
Shaq just got signed.
Jermaine O'Neal. J-Bone.
J-Bone was in the building.
That's his nickname?
I call him J-Bone.
J-Bones?
It's not my term.
J-Bones?
It's not my term, but shout out to Michael Hawley. I don't know if he does listen to this podcast or not, but he used to call him Jermaine Bone on Bone O'Neal. So
Yeah, that was his
J-Bone.
nickname
J-Bones.
because of all the all the
His knee-
injuries.
his knee injury.
Yeah.
Bone
He had like-
Spurs McGee?
He had like no bones in his knee.
But this is a much different team. I mean, you got these youngsters, man, really balling up. Of course, you got Kyrie Irving.
Marquise
After what he
Daniels?
did, he
Oh, no,
finally
not strong squad.
scored over 30 points.
We're past that.
You got Al Horford just killing it right now. He's not looking too average. And of course, we're going to talk to Al Horford's sister shortly. She'll be joining us in a few minutes, so
yes.
we'll get her 2 cents on, of course, her brother and the rest of the team.
And-
you keeping that to yourself, huh? You didn't tell us beforehand.
You guys
Now-
both knew about that.
I actually knew about this, Joel. I don't know where have you been.
Oh man, I'm nervous now.
All right, guys, how about
All
this?
right.
How about this? Food for thought, all right?
Yep.
Don't let it go to waste.
Top team and points allowed. Fewest points allowed. Excuse
Fewest.
me. Fewest points allowed. Second team in rebounding in the NBA. The second best rebounding team in the NBA is the Boston Celtics.
I can't believe
Let that marinate for a second.
winning
the
winning the
second
battles.
best rebounding team is
Off
the
the glass.
Boston Celtics. When do you think the last time
No.
any Celtics fan was able to say that?
No, I don't think I've ever been at.
1985.
I don't think I was born yet.
Yeah, I think Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale were maybe on the team.
Yeah,
I mean, for
that-
real.
Bill Walton.
arguably the best front court ever.
Yeah, and they're
was
just
the
like-
last time that happened.
We're gonna eat rebounds for breakfast. But like
And for defensive efficiency, number one.
some of these stats are amazing, but I feel like the Celtics didn't do much to become a better rebounding team. But they brought in Baines. They brought in,
but they're all crashing the boards though. It's not just one guy.
That's what I mean. Like they didn't do much in the
team effort.
offseason.
You're saying that it's not even about the offseason moves. It's about just the players just having a knack for grabbing boards.
It's just like there's a hustle. There's
They'll
like
just turn and just look. As soon as that ball goes in the air, they're like, I'm grabbing it.
Like when I see somebody now, like there was a play last night where Jaylen Brown hustled back on defense without crashing the boards. I was literally like, why aren't you crashing the boards? Like I just expect it now, which is last year if I saw that, I'd be like, well, everyone's getting back on defense. It's just the way. It's literally when you had Kevin Garnett on this team, and Kendrick Perkins on this team, you were a subpar rebounding team.
Subpar, right.
Whatever Brad Stevens is preaching now, rebounding has been something I've been screaming at the TV for the past, I don't know, 30 years I've been alive. I mean, I've been saying, rebound, box out. And then all of a sudden this year, I'm
like,
like,
Sean's first word when he was a baby.
rebound. Now I don't have to scream it, man. They're rebounding, which is crazy. Number 2 in the league in rebounds. It's ridiculous. It's like they just somehow cracked the code. And like I'm not gonna lie, rebounding leads into defensive efficiency. It's a common thread right there. Like if you want to know why this team's so good at defense, it's probably because they rebound well. Because second chance points, you eliminate those if you're rebounding. You get more possessions on the offensive end if you're rebounding. It's the key to everything. We finally seem to have unlocked it. And the fast break points,
transition, ridiculous.
How about Al Horford and Kyrie Irving, though?
All of a sudden,
they're like the dynamic duo of the league right now.
Yeah.
Which no one really got into right after the Celtics lost Hayward. I mean, a lot of people were saying like, oh, well, they need help from this guy. They need help from these guys. Brown, and of course they did step up. Of course, Brown and Tatum both stepped up. But no one really said, well, they still got Horford and Kyrie. I mean, they can still carry the load, right? But that's been the case, especially against Oklahoma City. Especially against those fourth quarter grind out games. It's been those two carrying the load for the entire team.
Yeah, I mean, those two have instant chemistry, which I think sort of lends to that. The reason why, remember when Kevin Durant was a free agent? He was talking. He was like, one of the guys I really want to play with is Al Horford, right? And everyone's like, that's weird.
Which honestly, if you think about it, it's the only reason the Celtics really reached out to him.
Right.
Maybe not the only reason,
that's
but
messed up, man.
Okay.
No,
not the only
I think
reason.
That's true. They
but
were like,
let's face it, that was plan A. Plan A was to put those two guys together.
At the All-Star break.
Yep.
Isaiah was talking to everybody, man. He was like that guy who flirts with every girl at the party. And all the girls are like, dude, you were just talking to like 3 other girls.
He's like,
the last 2 hours.
Nah, forget about them. It's all about you.
I had my eye on you the whole time.
I was just talking to them to talk to you. That's all I was doing. Big circle here.
I mean, of course, I'm sure Al was on the Celtics' radar, but whatever wish list or quote unquote list of potential free agents that Durant wanted to play with, they were going to target. And Al Horford was on top of that list.
But I think you look at it, right? Kevin Durant said, I want to play with Al Horford because he makes everything easier. His basketball intellect is very high. He rebounds. He can dish. He can take the ball up. And Kyrie is now just reaping the benefits of that. I mean, that combination is probably one of the most fun, like, actual combinations between point guard and big man that we've seen in a very, very long time in the NBA. Because, I mean, realistically, you're not really looking at a point guard and a big man being the two best players on the team anymore. Usually you
that's
have
like old school.
That's like old school basketball, and it's sort of coming back. It's a new school way because
it's always a wing and a big man,
right?
Or
a wing and a point guard. Yeah. Now you're bringing Al in, and Al's playing the stretch 4 or stretch 5, whatever
lineup.
Stretch 4 size 5.
Stevens puts up. Yeah,
he's stretching, whatever it is.
he's stretching out there.
Stretch 6. He's a stretch 6. We're gonna add or stretch 9. He's a stretch 9. That's what he's gonna. That's what I'm gonna start calling him. But I mean, he's blending into today's NBA, and Brad Stevens has put these two in a position to be the new point guard and big man combo in today's NBA, which I think we all thought that was extinct. But now they're doing it at a level that if they can keep this up for the whole year, they're going to cause some major, major problems with this whole new age NBA, not worrying about a big man type thing. They're going to cause some major shakeups.
That's why Brad Stevens, you can't not give him enough credit. because
He's the MVP, man.
I mean, say
the MVP.
Say what you want about Al Horford.
Steven's at the MVP right now, though.
He's the MVP right now.
Nah.
He's the MVP right now.
No.
I told you he would be, and he still is.
No.
He's still. All right, well, that's for another day.
It's Kyrie.
We'll talk about that later.
All right, so say what you want about Al
Another
Horford. You know,
Definitely not Gordon.
the reasons why Celtics went out to get Al Horford or pursue Al Horford. He's a perfect fit into Brad Stevens' system. Okay, and I love the fact that Kyrie Irving has found a balance between distributing and scoring. It's not like, all right, guys, just give the ball to Kyrie, everybody stand out of his way, and just let him pretty dancing, dribbling, and which is great to watch.
Which is what people anticipated after Hayward went down.
Exactly,
Right.
which is pretty to watch.
But he does it when he needs to.
But he does it when he needs to. Exactly.
And I think it's
that's
gorgeous
a perfect
to watch.
example.
It's gorgeous to watch.
It was pretty against the Hawks because, you know, it's a tight game. There was, 25 lead changes in that game. And Kyrie was like, okay, guys, I know what I got to do here.
Back the fuck up. That's
Exactly.
what he said. He said,
But at the same
send me a
time-
screen.
At the same time, there was
I think that head nod is gonna be a thing. By the
There
way,
was a
he
run-
nods his head. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my time."
all the, you know, the everybody. when
Uh-huh,
puts his
yeah, he
hands down,
quiet the crowd down, like, come on, guys.
Like, I got this, guys.
Yeah.
I got this.
Like, I haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
Let me get in my
16,
groove.
I'm late to the
16
party.
points in the first half, and the game is tied. And he's like, "All right, I'm just warming up here, like you know." And I'm setting up Jason Tatum, who was wide open how many times from the 3-point line?
Oh, best
That's
game of the year so far for him.
And that's the biggest beneficiary of Kyrie Irving. Like,
And so is Jalen. Those
Jalen
corner
too.
guys.
Jalen too.
even though
he had a so-so game against Atlanta, but overall, like those two are just forever open.
so that play when like Kyrie drove, kicked out,
and Al at the top
and
of
it
the
went
key
to like Marcus, Jalen,
it
Marcus,
was like 7 passes.
Kyrie
Yeah.
drove. The whole reason why Tatum was so wide open is because Kyrie made one spin move, and everybody on the defense went, "Oh shit, Kyrie's going to the basket!" And they just it was the fastest I've ever seen a Atlanta Hawks team converge on the basket, and Tatum just standing there like, "All right, fine." Which Jason Tatum shooting like 52% from three and 80% from corner threes this year. That is ridiculous. He can stroke it, man. He can stroke. He doesn't have to work on his shot, which is great.
The man has the
But I mean,
his rhythm
Kyrie-
down pack right
But I mean, Kyrie's the biggest reason for that. Every defense has to help defense on Kyrie, and that's going to leave those corner threes wide open. And I'm sorry, if Tatum's going to shoot, I'll even give him 65% from the corner this year on those wide. It's a lock, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, much credit again to Al Horford, though. I mean, I just feel like Al Horford. This is one play in particular. It was against the Orlando Magic. Fourth quarter. It was like, I don't know, 4 minutes left to go in the game. And he's in the corner. I think it was Irving going towards the basket. And he kind of stopped, turned over, not turned the ball over, but like turned, look over his shoulder. And Al's literally clapping his hands, asking for the ball. I mean, that's something that we didn't see last year.
We did not see that
Let's
last
face
year.
it. He's like, give me that. I'm going to shoot this three. You know,
And nail it.
What he did what he did in OKC. What, 4 threes in the fourth quarter? I mean, like, that, not only does that show the confidence for what Al can do behind the arc, but it's the fact that he's initiating it. He's like, give me the rock.
What was our
I'm
biggest?
feeling it.
What was our biggest knock on him last year?
That's
Is he disappeared?
not only that, but he
disappeared and he didn't want
ask
the
for
ball.
the ball. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, he was shy away from it. So let me, let's get into it later. I don't know. I don't want to say, oh, it's because, maybe Isaiah didn't pass as much as he
This
used
is what
to.
I was just gonna get to that. I was just gonna get to that, man.
Is that it, though?
I think so. I think now he feels more welcome with this team. He feels like I'm not the outsider coming in. Last year he came in. You had Bradley, you had Crowder, you had Isaiah Thomas.
Well, he had another year of Brad Stevens under his belt. That obviously
True.
helps. Yeah.
But you had a squad that based themselves around, we don't give a fuck about anybody. We can do this. We don't like. And Al came in and they're like, great, you're gonna help us, but we can. Like now, I think it's everything is a little newer. Isaiah Thomas isn't gonna dominate the ball. Like Kyrie dominates the ball, but I think we saw last year, like when Al Horford got a rebound, he never looked to dribble up the court. This year, I feel like every time he gets a rebound,
He's out.
He looks quick, but he
Yeah.
says, "I'm going to take it up,"
Right.
and it's fine because he's going to get those fast break points. But last year, you had Isaiah being like, "Yo, give me that ball."
Yeah.
Like I'm here.
Offense starts
right
here.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
right here, dude.
Right.
That's it.
But we saw
like
glimpses
Kyrie's
of
a
that.
little more flexible with the way he can work in the offense, and I think it's because Kyrie's really the new guy now, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a big point.
But Al, too, we saw a glimpse of it in the playoffs last year, especially when Isaiah went down, or games where Isaiah wasn't having a good game.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
Al Horford was just like, I got this.
Right.
Right.
out of a timeout to get
in
the
his
ball
own way,
on the
in his
block,
own way,
he would-
right? Yeah.
he would-
But
he
this
would
year
do
he's so much more aggressive.
Plus on defense too. We haven't even,
Oh,
we haven't
yeah.
even talked about
Yeah, we
that.
haven't even scratched the surface on that. I
Okay.
mean,
Guys,
we have
defensively,
Melo-
so many
Melo
good
who's-
things to talk about.
Melo, who leads the Thunder in points right now, only scored 10 points in that comeback win, right?
not to mention the bigs that he helped contain.
By the way,
Porzingis had the worst shooting night that he's had in a long time. Who am I forgetting the home? Embiid. He couldn't make a basket. What do you win? 1 for 10.
Yeah, Al's defense is great, but like I predicted, the OKC Thunder are going to
LaMarcus Aldridge?
fucking fall.
That's the other one. Aldridge.
So fast.
Yeah.
Even
Thunder
the
are
Greek
done.
Freak, the second game in
Oh, he
in
did. Yeah,
Milwaukee.
he was huge for that.
Yeah.
Right. And
He
Aldridge
said it. He was like, he still got his 26 points, but we made him work for it.
and Aldridge, he had one heck of a season one heck of a week or two. I
No,
should say,
Aldridge has been
heading into that game.
Aldridge has been like the best Aldridge we've seen since he left Portland this year.
And except he had that one dud against the Celtics, and Al had a lot to do with that.
Those milk duds.
So I mean, overall, like we've been talking about, he's doing his thing, and he's a big reason why the Celtics are where they're at right now.
All right, let's get to our guest of the program. We got Ana Horford, who's making her second appearance on Causeway Street. Brother of Celtics big man Al Horford.
Brother?
Ana, welcome back,
Brother?
He said brother,
Oh
bro.
shit!
Oh,
Oh fuck!
no. Wow. Is that what you guys think of me?
No, jeez, anything but a brother.
Sister of, you know what? I think it's because I was looking at Joel. You know, he's my brother, and we were talking for a little bit
good one,
beforehand.
good
And
one, good one.
this is me backpedaling. What's up, Ana? How's that intro for you?
It was spot on. Great. I'm glad I'm Al's brother.
She's like, it's bad enough people think I'm his wife. You know?
I know. At least you didn't go wife, I guess.
I know,
right?
that's a new one.
That had been going on for months too. Do you still get that, by the way? Do people still say, "Aren't you his wife"?
Like every day.
Still? Jeez.
Yeah.
It's been over a year.
Yeah.
So
It takes like a 5-second Google search to find Amelia Vega, which is my sister-in-law. Like, come on.
Right, right.
It's not that hard.
Isn't she super famous too?
Yeah, I mean, she's got like more followers than Al.
Yeah. I thought my girlfriend said that Al married somebody pretty famous.
Yeah, Al doesn't really mess with social media, so that might be why, but Amelia's pretty popular.
yeah, but still, Google has that covered. You type in Al Horford's wife, and obviously it doesn't say Ana
Anna's
Horford.
picture just comes up. We're like, what?
with question marks, maybe his wife.
Right.
So, Anna, I appreciate you, of course, taking the time, making your second appearance. The sister of Al Horford, and we're just over here. We're ecstatic, obviously, because I don't know, maybe you did, or I don't know if anybody else did, but no one could have predicted a 9-game winning streak after losing those first 2 games of the season. Anna, how surprised are you about how good the Celtics are playing, and what do you think is the biggest reason why?
I mean, I definitely think it's a pleasant surprise. And I think just the biggest reason is we just have a really solid group of guys who are just there to kind of motivate each other and play off each other. And I mean, you can tell they already have excellent chemistry. So I think that's really, really good for us. And we're only going to get better from here. So.
What do you think is the biggest difference that you're seeing out of Al? Because, I mean, your brother's just been killing it, man. I mean, like, flirted with a triple-double the other night. Mm-hmm. He's just been one of those go-to guys in the fourth quarter. I mean, of course, Oklahoma City stands out the most. What he did against the Thunder and that huge comeback. Easily my favorite win of this young season. What do you think is the biggest difference between him and Irving as opposed to him and Thomas? Because I feel like, I mean, again, of course, it's still early, but I just feel like it just seems like things are clicking better with Irving instead of when he was playing next to Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, Al loved playing with IT, but I think he was also really, really stoked to play with Kyrie just because, he's a really seasoned player and he's kind of a magician out on the court and he just really knows what he's doing. So I think that they just have confidence in each other and the chemistry that they're already building together is huge. I mean, I think that everyone can see it. And like I said, I just feel like they are confident in one another and they're already feeling comfortable with one another. And so I think that's kind of why they're gelling and that's why it's working.
Hey, Anna, Joel over here. And my question is, do you think after the postseason the Celtics had last spring, and I felt like Al was probably the best overall player of the Celtics during that whole run, do you think that has a lot to do with how he's playing now? Or do you just think because the circumstances with, Gordon Hayward going down that he has to pick up the slack a little bit, or this is just the player he's always been?
I mean, I think that he's just kind of still rolling from the playoffs last season, but with this new team, even though 4 guys, we only have 4 guys returning, I think that he's just it's really helped him who he's playing with now. So we've got some big bodies down low like Baines and Morris, and Al is so excited to play with Baines because last year, when he was a Piston, Al, I remember talking to him about, he's like, I can't. He's like, if you try to post up Baines, you just can't. He's a brick wall. Like, you can't go through the guy. He's a solid rebounder. And so having him in that position really frees up Al to do, a lot more of what he does best. And so I just think that the different guys who are here on the team this year, I think they just suit each other really well. And that's why we're, finding success.
So obviously Al's had a great start to the season. But I'd like to get into a little bit about you making the news waves here in Boston too. Seems like, again, every time we have you on, you get a little beef with one of these Boston sports media guys.
And this time it's EEI.
I know.
EEI guys. It's one with some of my colleagues.
So I guess my question for you, who's your least favorite Boston sports media person?
You asked this question last year, too.
I know, but, I mean, now Merloni's up there. There's Felger there. I mean, who is it?
It's neck and neck.
It?
I mean, I don't listen to the broadcasts in Boston just because I am in Michigan, so that's like one thing. But as far as being obnoxious and not being able to take an L, I'd give that to Lou Merloni or whatever the fuck his name is.
He held on for a while, I think, too, right?
I mean, I think he's still holding on because I had followers tweet me today that he was talking about me on his show.
That's
and
right,
that
I saw that.
WEEI was talking and all that. So for most obnoxious, I think he's winning right now just because he doesn't know, he doesn't know when to quit.
I mean, now that he's also on TV too, so I think this whole thing started on TV.
Why?
It's a good question. That is a good question.
Well, to credit Patrick Gilroy, I mean, I agree with the fact that it just seems like he's not really watching these games. He's one of those guys that looks at the box score. Just like, oh, well, Al did this, and you know what I mean?
If he's looking at the box score, you should be loving what Al.
Well, right. But I think the whole thing started was because of last season. There was a few games where he wasn't that impressed. But okay, I get that. But when Patrick Gilroy told him, okay, well, can you denounce the name Average Al, the stupid, moniker that you have going? And he refused to do it. It's like, how do you refuse to do that when he's playing at this level? The first 10 games.
Right.
I mean,
I agree.
I'll be the first one to admit, no offense, when we signed Al Horford, I thought it was a ton of money to give to Al Horford, but I have been super, super pleasantly surprised of he's making every dollar of that contract this year, in my opinion. I mean, $28 million, that's a ton of money. It's the new NBA we're in.
But it's the new NBA, yeah,
right,
exactly.
But I got to say, Al Horford has been probably the most consistent guy on this team from the jump this year. So, hey, if you're still holding on to this persona of Al Horford not being a big-time player, I mean, you're just... I think, like Anna said, you're a fucking idiot.
Hey, Anna, what was Al's initial reaction to the trade? I mean, not to keep talking about the Isaiah Thomas trade, but it's just I'm curious to see, what kind of conversations you two had when the news dropped that Isaiah Thomas was being traded to the Cavs for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I mean, from what I gather and from what I've talked to Al about, just everyone was a little bit shocked. They know that, this is a business and that owners can be harsh and teams can be harsh in making their decisions, but he was just such a huge part of the Celtics and their success over the past few years. And I don't think anyone really saw it coming. We miss IT, but on the positive of that, we did get Kyrie Irving. So.
Yeah,
very true. That's a huge positive.
Yeah, it's been working out. They've been very successul in Boston, to say the least. Of course, it's funny, Anna. I know you recently were in Boston. What was it, about a week and a half ago? And I got to be honest here. I think I told you. I don't think I told you, Sean. But I was heading towards, Brad Stevens was about to speak, after the game, and I saw you down the hall. You're kind of walking towards me. I'm like, is that Ana Horford? And then I saw you had the Horford jersey on. And then I was like, okay, all right. But then something in my head just said, Sway, she has no idea who you are, so just keep it moving. And the next thing I knew, I was going in the opposite direction, But how was your...
no, well, just tell me next time. Just
say, hey, I'm Joe Sway. I'm the guy on Twitter. I should have pulled out my Twitter account. But hey, that's me. I'm the Causeway Street guy.
Say, Causeway, and I'll get it. I'll pick it up.
I think you had a little kid in your arms, if I'm not mistaken.
That was probably my nephew Al's son Ian, who's 2.5, but he looks like he's 6.
Got some good genes there.
Yeah. How was your time in Boston? Did you have a good time? Did you do anything fun, or was it just a short trip?
No, it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We ended up going to Salem and just hung out with Al and the kids, and visited. My sister loves In a Pickle, so we went there for breakfast a few times. Yeah.
Oh, is that? I think I've heard about that.
Is that in
spot.
Salem?
It's in. I don't know how you guys say it. Is it Waltham?
Waltham. Yes, it is Waltham.
Waltham, yeah.
You know what's? Yeah. Okay. I never been to that spot, but I drove by it the other day and I was like, why is there a line out of this place called In a Pickle? And I was like, what are they? But yeah,
it's breakfast. It's pretty dope.
I looked at the line. I was like, almost pulled over. I was like, Jesus, I gotta try whatever the fuck's in there.
Yeah, Sean hates lines, so that's probably why he kept it moving. So yeah, another question, and I'm gonna ask these guys after later on, but I started off with you. I know it's early, of course. I mean, what we got over 70 games left in the season, but I can't help but look over at Cleveland and see them struggling. And, of course, we start to thinking if this roster stays intact, if the Cleveland Cavaliers roster, if they don't make any big improvements, I mean, how far along are the Cavaliers from the Celtics, in the grand scheme of things? Again, I know it's a small sample size, but Anna, I have to ask you, what do you think is do you think the Celtics actually have a chance with this team to make the NBA Finals, or do you think that when the playoffs come or come March that the Cleveland Cavaliers will turn things around and look like their old selves that we saw last year?
Well, I'm a total optimist. I believe in the power of positivity, which is how I was all throughout the playoffs last year when we were down 0-2 in Chicago, and I said we were going to go to Chicago and win 2, and everyone called me crazy.
Nailed it.
So I see this team going really far. Unfortunately, LeBron and his squad always turns up come playoff time. It doesn't matter how shitty they look during the season. You can never underestimate them. And no matter what they're doing during the regular season, they're not going to be the same team come into playoffs. So I think that we're definitely going to give them a run for their money. And, anything's possible. So we definitely could make the finals. But we'll just have to see. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, they're still the favorite, right?
Yeah, they look extra shitty this year.
To me, they're still the favorite.
They look extra shitty.
Well,
they look shittier than
Sean hasn't been feeling the Cavs whatsoever since the offseason. He hasn't been impressed at all.
They relied on Kyrie way too much, and LeBron didn't give him any credit. But when you take Kyrie off that team, it's a different squad, man. It doesn't matter if you bring in aged, crippled, or nearly crippled superstars
but it's not,
of
man,
2009.
18 points last year.
It's not LeBron.
No, I'm telling you guys right now, it's an act.
Yeah.
They're
bored.
They're gonna come out and they're gonna show up.
I don't know.
Just like they do every year. I almost guarantee it.
Not to mention, Isaiah Thomas is still, on deck.
Coming off a hip injury.
He's going to come in a couple.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think you underestimate the heart of Isaiah Thomas. That's what I think.
Any other teams you think that could challenge those first 2 spots?
Fuck no.
Yeah, let's keep it 100. That's so true, man. I mean, with Toronto, Washington. For the most part, let's face it, it's not looking too good for those 2 teams.
No, I want whatever the fuck Bradley Beal and John Wall are smoking. They're better than us.
Those fake thugs over there.
Yeah, talk about them eating their words too. Jay Crowder, had everyone hip to how those guys are and their attitude, and then the game played out, and we saw what LeBron did and what the Cavs did, taking care of business.
Yeah, I don't know. The Wizards, they got some talent, but when it comes down to it, I don't see it.
They never back up their talk. No, they never do.
That's true.
And we're only going to get better. That's the other thing.
That is the other thing. That's true.
As long as we stay healthy, we're going to be deadly come January, February, and it's only going to go up from there. So,
absolutely.
So I've got faith in our guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a really fun season. Of course, it already is, but I can't wait to see how this team unfolds and how well they're going to do by come April. Hey, Anna, when's the next time you'll be in Boston?
I'm actually going to be there at the end of the month. So. Gonna try and
there you go.
Gonna try and catch a game and we'll be there that weekend. It's my niece's first birthday, so I'll give a special shout out to Mike fucking Felger for that. And,
oh shit, yeah,
and we'll just go from there.
Awesome,
nice,
awesome.
Nice.
Anna, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love the beef. It's the best.
Next time I see you, I won't shy away. I guess I'll be more confident. I got more confidence.
Yeah,
now.
Just say hi.
She's like, come on, just
say hello.
Just come by and say the word hi.
Stop being a fucking weirdo.
I believe Avery Bradley makes his return that weekend.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Good call.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have looked as awkward as Joel did when you FaceTimed earlier before we started recording.
Call me out there. Appreciate it, bro. Thanks a lot.
And you should have seen this dude. He's like, she's FaceTiming me.
It's all good.
I didn't sound like that, but
It was close. It was close. But I
It's all
thought,
good.
blowing up your spot, man. My bad, bro.
All right. She is Ana Horford. Of course, if you haven't already, I don't know why you're not following her. Follow her on Twitter, all you Celtics fans out there, at Ana Horford on Twitter. Ana, once again, we appreciate you stopping by. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
All right. Have a good
Absolutely.
one.
We'll talk again
You
soon.
too.
talk
Thanks.
to you soon, Anna. Bye-bye. So,
All right. That was good. I'm sorry, Joe. I had to mention that, man.
Yeah, I had to bring it up.
It's like,
it's all good.
she's
Freaking
FaceTiming.
the fuck out.
By
the way,
I blame
Anna-
you, Sway, 'cause I said
hey.
audio, not FaceTime.
Hey,
video.
I called her Al's brother, so.
That's why you did it, right? You're trying to make it seem like
She's a great looking human
Well,
being.
no, I
Your
wasn't.
mistake was-
I wasn't nervous. I literally didn't even know what I did until you guys were like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What? What are you guys talking about?"
Yeah, well, where's my phone, bro?
I don't know why that's important right now. Oh, do you not know the schedule?
I know.
As we look ahead right here, with Sean Dutra's.
When you look ahead. All right, anyways, time to look ahead. Here we go.
we put all that in the fucking.
All right, it's that time.
It's that time,
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, let's get right into
It's
it.
been a while. How long do we look ahead to?
We should probably look ahead for the next 2 weeks because who knows when we'll be recording again.
Nah, man, we're going to
I'm
get
just
back on in
kidding,
a
listeners.
week.
Don't worry,
Guys,
fans,
we took
we're
a
here.
week off. We take weeks off at the worst possible time.
To be fair, there was technical difficulties. Not because
was-
we didn't want to.
Did you say botanical
I
difficulties?
said technical difficulties.
What, do we have a fucking greenhouse going?
I don't even want to talk about what happened, but go ahead, Sean. Let's look ahead.
Guys, don't do drugs. All right. So tonight, fuck ESPN, because they're calling this Lonzo Wednesday night. That's some
jeez.
bullshit, man.
You know what that is, man.
That's some bullshit.
That's his dad getting his pockets right with ESPN,
That's
trying
some
to
fucking
cash
bullshit.
in on this, one of the oldest rivalries in all of sports.
How you gonna not talk about the Celtics being on a 9-game win streak? They beat the Lakers at home. It's 10 games in a row. They lost their second best player, arguably first best player on opening night, and they're raking this off. And you're gonna lead with Lonzo fucking Ball.
Yeah, but
who?
it's-
No.
But it's a setup shot. You know what's going to happen.
He didn't score a single fucking point against Portland.
Irving's going to shut him down, and he's going to look foolish on national TV.
Lillard made him his bitch. Lillard is one of the most worst
Right,
defensive point guards
not
in
bad.
the NBA. Defensively,
Okay.
defensively.
I like Lillard, so okay, but all right.
Listen, I love Lillard as a player. Defensively, he makes Isaiah Thomas look pretty damn good on defensive. And he shut the fuck out of Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball,
Wouldn't have used that analogy a year ago.
You hear me right now, Lonzo Ball? You hear me, okay? You suck.
Who else we got?
Looked pretty good against John Wall.
Did he look good against John Wall? I feel like that Lakers team has like some early season spunk because they're so young.
Yeah, they're the fucking baby Lakers, and the ESPN blows them up. Like,
They actually
like
suck.
like the Lakers are on TV every week.
They're gonna win 20 games this year. Like that's it. Like stop acting like this is some type of Showtime. Oh, Lonzo Ball's here. Showtime's back in LA. Get the fuck out. If you actually think that.
I love your announcer voice.
If you actually think that.
Lonzo Ball.
Seriously. Slamma jamma. Here he comes. Lonzo Ball down the court. Oh, Showtime's back. Oh. No. Guess what he just did that against? He just did that against the fucking backup point guard for the fucking New Orleans Pelicans, okay?
But Wall did come up short, though.
Each one more just got burned. Okay, great. Nice job, Lonzo. Fucking fake-ass triple doubles and shit. I got 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. Whoa. Fuck you. That's not something to celebrate, okay? Not something to celebrate.
He's not celebrating. It's ESPN that's celebrating.
He is, because he could shut the shit
Shit,
down.
Why are you egging this dude on, Joel? Stop it. Just let him go on and let him continue. Who's next?
Lonzo Ball
Jeez.
sucks. Okay, anyways. And then, you know what? You know who's better than Lonzo Ball? Kemba Walker. And that's who the Celtics take on Friday
All right, there you go.
at the Garden.
segue.
Hornets
I'm
come to
already tired of the
Boston.
Hornets. I feel like they've faced them like 7 times already. Even though it's only been 3.
I for some reason I love Malik Monk. Is that his first
Malik
name?
Monk, yeah.
And I
I like
don't
him
even
too.
think he's a top 20 rookie in the NBA this year. But I've just seen him so many
Yeah.
times. I've been like, well, Malik Monk.
That's the guy who stood out to you. Yeah. I get you.
I don't know. The Hornets not that good. Probably.
I just like what Mike Gorman says his name. Monk.
Okay, anyways, Raptors coming to Boston on Sunday. The Raptors, folks. The Raptors, the so-called top-tier team in the NBA, which Anna so eloquently put Are the Raptors gonna?
No.
Yeah, what did she say?
What
No,
was
she
the
said
question?
Do you see any other team besides?
Oh, she said, fuck
You
no.
know besides Cleveland and Boston that could challenge for those first 2 spots? Fuck no. Can't hesitate on that one.
So
You know what I want to happen? I want them to be the new rival between the Celtics. Not a rivalry, because that wasn't even what that was between them and the Wizards last year. I want the Raptors to be like the team that they can't stand.
Yeah.
Because I feel like those guys, that organization just won't give up on that core. I mean, that's the best thing they could have done. And they're like, no, we're going to re-up on DeRozan. We'll re-up on Lowry. Yeah, we see what Boston's doing over there, but it's okay. We can do this again, you know. Guys,
we got
shut
Drake.
it down. Yeah, we got Drake on our side. We got these complimentary guys who we don't know who's going to step up night in and night out. But we got Lowry and we have DeRozan, and we're going to stick with these guys. It's like, no, guys, come on, shut it down, man.
We the North.
Yeah,
You guys had an opportunity to rebuild on the fly, and you're like, nope, we're sticking with these guys. And watching the Celtics eclipse us yet again,
So this
is going to be the norm now.
This is a big Sunday matinee game and not on national TV. Weird. Like, I just feel like if you're gonna put these,
Because no one believes in the Raptors,
That's
man.
why, yeah. If the NBA doesn't,
If the Raptors were
the
a
NBA
legitimate,
don't take you serious, then
exactly. If the Raptors were a legitimate threat, then this would be a national televised game.
yeah. So Adam Silver basically agrees with Ana Horford and says they ain't got no fucking chance. And then I'm pretty sure, so I'm gonna go to next Tuesday just in case. Just in case.
He agrees with Anna? Fuck no.
Fuck no. Raptors gonna do shit. Fuck no. Okay, and then on Tuesday, the Brooklyn. This is the game we gotta go to. Brooklyn Nets on Tuesday. Just say fuck everything. Just go on Tuesday.
So is this a team that the Celtics lose to?
This could be the first game the Celtics break their winning streak on. I think that they're gonna go up to what 9, 10, 10, 11, 12 game winning streak, and then lose to the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets are a choppy squad. And you know what? It's a trap game. It's a
3-1.
Oh, here we go.
It's a trap game.
3-1.
It's a trap game.
That was I knew that was coming.
But you know
The
what?
trap
I'm
game
still
talk.
going for it. Though. We're going 13.
I mean, they did beat the Cavs, I'm not mistaken, right? They beat the Cavs.
I'm saying, going into Brooklyn
The Nets, yeah.
is a little bit of a difficult spot because the Brooklyn has some spunk. I'm not going to predict the Brooklyn Nets will beat the Celtics,
It's a weird
but
rating.
it is a trap game. It is 100% a trap game. When you gotta
Trap.
Hey, oh, hey.
Hey, do your job. Little mix there. From Rick Ross to ASAP Ferg. There you go.
I'm still going, man.
We do it all here. Trap.
All right, but seriously, if you thought the Hawks was a trap game, I'm just gonna say, I mean, even though Atlanta trap music,
I thought the Magic would be.
I mean-
After they passed the Magic, I'm like, they're gonna sweep the 3-game
Well,
road trip.
I
That
mean-
organist, by the way, he got better as the game went on.
he felt it.
Yeah,
he
was
felt it.
even when it didn't look like they were going to win. They were like,
Yeah.
no, I'm still going to keep this crowd going.
Exactly. I love. No,
Fuck was that?
yeah, he stepped his game up when there was whenever there was like what was it? They were checking the film for they were double checking the play. And then he just went all out. He went on like a quick mix.
Oh, it took forever because Scal was like, "What the fuck?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Scal, shut up! I'm trying to figure out what song he's playing."
Yo, he played like 3 different trap songs on the organ. He was just like, "Oh, here we go. Here's my mega mix, real quick. Keep you guys entertained."
No, but that guy's go-to song is that the Pitbull shit.
Yeah,
He's forever playing
He's
that
been
song.
doing that, but he was
He did
doing
that
that
for a few
before he
years.
started doing the trap songs. What did he do What did he do that night?
These
He
is
did,
bloody shoes. I'm
Yeah,
sure
he did
played
that.
shit, man.
He did that and definitely got some Migos in there.
Oh, dude, Migos was on fucking repeat. I'm
no,
sure.
it's the Atlanta, man. Migos, that's like
Top
hey,
top.
You can't
Top,
tell
top.
anyone in Atlanta that Migos is nothing.
That was definitely a song. You want to just drop some beats right now? Now, guys, listen to trap music. Go ahead.
And now here's trap music.
Hubba-da, hubba-da,
Hubba-da.
hubba-da.
And now the wonderful sounds of Migos.
Washing machine. It's washing. That's like how that's how trap music goes to me. Like they'll say
She watching, she watching. Watching when she watching, when she watching.
washing machine.
Washing machine,
like,
washing.
like that's it. Like, oh, she washing that car. Clean it. That like that's every time it's like honking that horn. Honk honk. It's like that's how it goes. Oh, smoking that crack. Smoking. That's all
I don't think anyone
hear.
talks about smoking crack.
Oh, they don't.
It's more like, sipping on that lean.
Sip it on that lean.
Sip it.
Sip, sip.
NyQuil. That's what it is, man.
Terraflu.
That's
Sip, sip,
seriously.
sip. Drop, drop.
Sip, sip, sip. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Every she drop it, she sip. Sip, sip, sip. This is pretty much all it is. With a dope beat in the back.
The beats are dope, though.
Yeah.
The beats are dope. But I still feel like whoever creates Future's beats, which I think is Metro Boomin or whoever he wants
Metro
to go
Boomin,
by,
yeah.
whatever. If he created beats for lyricists, whoo,
Oh, I know.
Woo!
I know.
woo, it'd be a different story today in the
Like
hip hop game.
most Def just gets on the beat and just like goes
Pac
off.
on that shit. I feel like Pac was just looking for that type of shit, like
Yeah.
just that type of producer. I don't know.
But Sean, he's dead, so he can't really do that.
Yeah, he's dead. R.I.P.
Most Def's alive, so that's why I said that.
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go where it's gonna go.
And with that, we conclude our rap talk of the Causeway Street Podcast.
There we go.
And that's Sean Dutra's.
When you look ahead.
In case you missed it, coming up right now after this quick commercial break.
Hey, everybody is here. It's Tony's Tire Barn. Everyone needs tires. I got you covered. Yeah, your tread's going low. Well, come on down to Tony's Tire Barn.
Come on down.
We got the best prices in the Massachusetts area, okay?
All right, we're back.
In case you missed it.
All right.
In case you missed it, could Isaiah Thomas be returning sooner than expected?
Oh, I fucking hate this story so fucking much, dude. LeBron is such a fucking pussy. What a fucking I can't stand LeBron. This is all LeBron James. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
First of all, the article that you're referring to,
Jeez, Sean.
Slam Online,
Yeah, abrasive.
said nothing about LeBron James in this particular article. I'm talking about Isaiah Thomas. It was just Isaiah.
Read between the motherfucking lines, Joel.
No. Isaiah, all they did was just put up Isaiah Thomas tweets over the last couple of weeks about him busting other point guards' asses last season, and he wants the ball really badly, and
So
that's all it is.
what made it accelerated?
That just his tweets.
So my guess,
Because according to Teron Lou is they're not rushing him. They're doing a good job in his rehab.
Like Teron Lou has any say in that.
Well,
it's LeBron James.
they asked him a
LeBron
question.
James is going to okay, you can ask me a question about the Cavs. It doesn't mean fucking shit. I have as much say about the Cavs as Teron Lou does, all right?
Jeez.
I'm just saying LeBron James is probably going to Isaiah Thomas and saying, "Hey man, really be nice to have you back on the fucking court where you belong. Like we signed you to. Are you done?" And Isaiah's like, "Well, I'm a competitor. I want to play." But LeBron gives two fucks about Cleveland right now. He sees a sinking ship. He says,
No, I completely.
I'm gonna get the fuck outta here.
Completely disagree. I think,
Isaiah needs to come back now.
I
I'm fucking
think
gone.
he's gonna hype up Isaiah as much as he can because he wants to stick it to Boston.
Yeah.
Get back to the finals and somehow show that he's gonna be. This would be the greatest upset of all time.
Listen,
in the
It's
NBA.
funny you bring that up.
What?
If the Cavs beat the Warriors in the finals, it'd be one of the greatest upsets in the NBA.
I'm saying no.
No, I'm talking about
That was what LeBron
He wants
wanted.
to get Isaiah hyped up so that he can stick it to Boston.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Knock the Celtics off in the Eastern Conference Finals and try to pull off the biggest.
He's
upset.
going to
that's the
force
thing, but he's
Isaiah
not-
Thomas to come back earlier than he should, because he's going to be like, listen, we're fucking 10 and 18 right now. This is not how we should be. Like, if they keep pacing the way they are, they're going to be in some real trouble. And LeBron James sees that, hence the Arthur fist he fucking put up last night
I
on
don't
Twitter.
think so.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, I don't think he's trying to force him to.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. I just think
Yes,
he's
he
just
is.
trying to
Yes, he
motivate
is.
him. He's
Yes, he
trying
is.
to put him on
Yes, he is.
blast.
Yes,
He's
he
trying to get the most. If for LeBron James to go out his way and do that, because think about it, he hasn't really said, hey, my boy Isaiah, I'm so glad to
Yeah,
have you in Cleveland.
he's not hyping him up.
He hasn't gone public and saying that. This is the first time he's ever shown some sort of not only support, but showing some sort of like, hey, I'm excited that you're on my team. He hasn't done that once since the trade happened.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's leaving. That's why. And he's like, I don't want to
Thomas
lose.
has done it to him, but he hasn't done it
No,
to
but the
Thomas.
point of
I don't want to lose.
the point of this article is, look at all the tweets that Isaiah's putting up. Look at how the Cavs are playing. You look at the fist now that LeBron, tweeted out. Well, maybe they're going to rush him back, but that's not going to happen.
They're going to rush him back because LeBron says, even though I'm still going to leave, I need to leave with some type of dignity. So I don't want to be the 6th or 7th seed in the fucking Eastern Conference, while Isaiah Thomas is then going to get max money next year, no matter what, because if Isaiah sits out the whole year, he'll still get max money. 1,000%.
No, who's gonna give him max money?
The Cavs, because LeBron's gonna leave, bro. He'll get max money
if he leaves.
Isaiah Thomas, realistically, could sit out this entire season and say, come back in 2018, 2019, and say, I'm completely healthy now. Sign me now. He may not.
But if LeBron sticks around, he can't get max money.
He may not make as much money as he would have if his contract year was this year and he was fully healthy after this first season. But still, this Celtics season is the last remembrance of that player. So he could sit out.
Why do you say that, man? All right, we'll see.
Well, speaking of the Cavs, right now they are.
Isaiah's gonna kill it when he gets back.
He will kill it when he gets back, but I think he may be doing damage to himself long term if he's not fully healthy.
All right, well that may be right.
So then that's why he's not coming back beforehand.
Unless LeBron says, "Hey, I need you back," and Isaiah's a competitor. You saw him,
I understand,
right? You know he'll come back before. He should be thinking about himself. And all I'm saying is, don't do it, Isaiah. Wait till you're 100% before you get back on the basketball court. Don't let LeBron James, friggin' awful person. I hate LeBron James person come and tell you to come back earlier. It's stupid.
All right. Cavs right now, they'll be without Tristan Thompson for a month as he recuperates from a left calf strain.
It's a good thing they re-signed that guy, huh?
Yeah.
Paid off.
In case you missed it, Jahlil Okafor wanted a buyout, and the Philadelphia 76ers have rejected it. According to GM Brian Colangelo, they want to accommodate Okafor with a trade. So they're looking for a second-round draft pick, and guess who has plenty of those?
Suns. He's going to Phoenix.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Celtics have plenty of those.
He's a young.
I think that's what Joel was trying to say.
That's why. Yeah. That was what I was alluding to.
I don't
Does this
want.
team
I
really
don't
need
want
Okafor,
Okafor.
though?
Celtics have come
I
out.
don't want Okafor.
Well, a report has come out that the Celtics refuse to give up any first-round picks for him. But
Of course,
doesn't mean
they shouldn't do that.
So
they shouldn't do that.
I put this tweet out, and I was like, I would rather have the Celtics.
He'll probably go to the Bulls. I think.
I would rather have the Celtics chance a signing of Chris Bosh to see if he could come back and play than trade for Jahlil Okafor. And all of a sudden, this dude.
Actually, I second that.
Yes. Thank you.
I'd rather see that.
Thank you. I mean, maybe he can play. Maybe he can't. You don't give up anything. You get him on your team. You say, get that Xarelto in your body. Get those blood clots gone. And when you're ready, come
It's
back.
funny. As soon as you said that, I was like, Chris Buck. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he has a major health issue right now.
This
So he's
dude
not gonna
goes.
come back.
No, but he's been seen at Lakers practice too. Like he's
flirting with the idea. Huh?
and he said he
That's
wants
too bad,
to make
man.
a comeback.
He's so young.
And he said he wants to make a comeback.
He's got plenty of basketball left in him.
I mean, if the Celtics can, I mean, I don't know.
But those are the only teams that are gonna take a chance on Bosh if he's healthy to play. It'd be like the Lakers. Like look at Bogut, right? He's not even playing, but I don't know why the Lakers led all teams in signing this guy.
Because the same thing with Deng. Look at that. By the way, Luol Deng may be looking for a buyout right now too. He's actually thinking about demanding a buyout because
if I was him, I wouldn't. It's because he's not gonna. Who's gonna pick him up?
he wants to
Yeah,
play
I would,
basketball though.
Yeah, but who's gonna pick him up?
I would ride that out.
Yeah, that's it.
Get that money.
A
Luol
couple
Deng?
years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago, he signed like a near max deal. Who's gonna pay him that money?
I'm just saying he gets bought out.
Yeah, but a buy doesn't necessarily mean you get paid all the money you signed for.
but you get paid a damn near close to it.
That's the end of his career if he does that.
No, I think there's contenders. I think he'll immediately sign with Cleveland.
Cleveland, yeah, that's what Cleveland does.
I think Boston could use a defensive wingman. I mean, I don't see why Boston would overlook Deng.
Whoa, Sean, they got Shemi.
I like Shemi though.
Oh, you're saying it too.
Shemi's the
When did that start?
When did this start?
Is
Why
this guy
are people
Jewish?
saying
Is this guy
Shemi
Jewish
now?
and we don't know?
I don't like it. Shemi. I don't know.
Is it at the point where he can't correct anybody anymore? Like he's just
Ever
like, all right,
since
that's it, it's
last week, it was the wait. Who did they play last
done.
week?
I think
no, it was the
Scalabrini even said it when he hit a couple threes. He's like Shemi, and I'm like, he's doing it too.
No, it's Semi.
no.
Semi.
Who's the last home game?
Oh, it was
It was last week against the Kings. It was
Yeah.
against the Kings, and like first it was one of the
this is after the game.
one of the reporters asking the question, and then it was
They
one
just
of the
changed
players.
the shit up.
And then Brad Stevens just like, yeah, well, you know, a lot of people don't know this, but you know, I got a lot of faith in Shemi, and I'm just like, what? Like, why is everyone pronouncing his name like that? A week ago, everybody said Semi. Now it's Shemi.
I don't like
And then-
that.
yeah,
You
and
think
then
one of his
the-
other
the-
teammates might have said it on purpose?
The telecast
Yeah.
were Scal was saying it all night.
Shemi. And
Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna have to talk to Semi and see what the fuck he says, because if he says
It's like this.
My
whole,
name is fucking Semi.
It's like this.
No,
it's
he
like,
must
it's
have said something. I just want to know who sent that memo out.
Now
Who
It's
was
like,
hey, guys,
Thibodeau. It's like
don't call him
Thibodeau
Semi.
and Thibodeau now. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
when
like,
did
no,
that
guys,
shit
call
happen?
him Shibido or something.
By the way,
It's like, no, I'm not. No, your name is Semi.
Has anyone just caught on to like the
And like you've
phonetic
been in
way
the
to
league
spell
for
his
like
name?
So is
2
Nader?
weeks.
Is it Nader or is it Nader?
Nadir?
Nadir?
I guess if you're gonna change it, you have to change it now.
Is it A?
I mean, like,
is
'cause
it
think about
Aaron?
it.
Aaron.
You
My
gotta-
name is Aaron,
If you gotta-
and you will not call me anything but Aaron.
If you change,
Bayanes?
if you change it now,
Aaron Bayanes.
no one's gonna mess it up because
I am Australian and Spanish. Aaron Bayanes.
Because think about it. Terry Rozier changed his name, but no one's calling him Rozier the Third.
I like
I think-
Because
I-
it's like you've been in the league too long.
No, I
No
get
one's
you.
gonna,
No,
no
but
one's
I
gonna
think-
change the name.
I think for him, he just wanted it. It's important to have it on his jersey. Whether they call him Rozier the Third or not, that's irrelevant to him.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
no one's gonna say
He's
it.
like, I want that bad boy on my jersey. That's
Listen,
it.
I'm
Plus,
gonna-
he's Rose. He's not Rozier.
I am going to favor on the
You,
side
you
of
you got that catching on. By the
I'm
way.
going to favor on the side of Shemi because I deal with this on a daily basis when people read my name
Seen?
and they say "seen," and I'm like,
People do
are
that?
you fucking
Are you serious? People
are,
really
are
do
you
that?
are you dumb? Yes, I went to the bank. So first off, I have a problem with the bank. I went to the bank the other day.
Do you go to Starbucks and they mess up your name?
No.
Scene, caramel latte for scene.
Satra? Satra?
I'm sorry. Cyan, got a pumpkin spice latte, extra milk, extra sugar. Just kidding. I don't drink that shit. Black coffee all day. But I'm just saying. I went to the bank and the teller goes, "You're from Rockland?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "What?" She goes, "And what is your name? Scene?" I was like, "Listen, what the I'm gonna switch banks after this fucking experience. What the fuck are you doing to me? Asking me why I'm fucking here, mispronouncing my name?
Call out your bank. Call out your bank.
Rockland Trust, man.
I really didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, but it was like the Rockland Trust and like Wellesley. So then I thought like
Sean's the only
They-
guy who's still stuck by his local bank instead of just switching like everybody else
Since he
did.
was like 13.
Yeah, like
but
once everybody moves
first
out of their
account- the first
town,
account you ever
everyone
opened?
switches banks. But Sean's like, nope, Rockland Trust.
The first account you ever opened, you still have the same account number, don't you?
Hey, that's just I have one account with him. I do employ Bank of America. Shout out to Bank of America, Dad. Woo, there you go. But
I just picture Mr. Dusha just putting his hand up like, yep.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, fuck Rockland Trust.
Been telling Sean for years.
No, but then when I left the Rockland Trust in Wellesley, like the headquarters of Rockland Trust is in Rockland. So then I imagined that woman thinking that I was like some type of secret fucking shopper from fucking Rockland Trust because my license says Rockland and they never see Rockland in Wellesley because it's a little bit far away.
But that's still rude.
Mad rude. And then one of the other ones was like, not that we don't want you to come here, but why are you here?
That chick
It's
definitely
like-
got pulled aside after you left.
Listen, everybody. I'm fucking here to cash my fucking check, okay?
Give me my damn.
I have a check. You're my bank. My name is Sean.
And you guys are located in a lot of places other than outside of Rockland.
Give me a fucking break. All right, what else we missed, Joel?
Speaking of the Sixers, Cian's boy here, Markelle Fultz, is going to be out indefinitely with some shoulder issues, and no timeline has been set for his return. So, as you can see it all over Twitter, Danny is looking more and more like a genius these days.
I heard Markelle Fultz was seen, not my name, but seen actually, shooting left-handed,
Okay.
which is weird, right?
So you think he's trying to make an adjustment so he can make him come back?
That would be fucked up if that did happen. If all of a sudden Markelle Fultz comes out like halfway through the year,
There's somebody who really wants to play.
shooting lefty like it's no thing, he's just like, yeah, everything's fine. No, you were righty before this. Before this all happened, you were shooting righty for your entire life.
And your free throws looked horrible, but now they
Yeah.
look like you just learned how to play basketball yesterday.
Did you actually have an injured left shoulder and then played with right hand in the NBA? We just didn't realize this the entire time. Then you know what I started thinking about? Do you think Markelle Fultz went to Washington because he has a major drug problem? This is what I actually thought. It came to me the other day. Maybe he's.
Why would you think that?
Do explain.
I'm just thinking, like, Markelle Fultz was the best player in the NCAA. Went to a small town school, Washington, pretty liberal, could do whatever he wanted to do. Maybe he's addicted to painkillers, and now that he's on the NBA drug testing program, he can't really take the painkillers. Because I was like thinking, like, nothing really happened to him.
Oh, so he can't play with pain.
Yeah, that's what I
you're
mean.
saying. So he had to like take himself out.
Yeah, so like
Gotcha.
that shoulder thing, like I just feel like there's a painkiller addiction in there somewhere, allegedly.
Insert Sean conspiracy track right here.
I don't know. That's just my. It came to me in the shower the other day.
Never know.
And I was trying to figure out this whole Markelle Fultz thing, and I was like, maybe it's a painkiller addiction. I don't know, but I'm just gonna say that and probably be totally wrong on it. But
Well, in case you missed it, shout out to our resident Suns fan, Timothy 2, because the Suns have finally traded Eric Bledsoe to the Milwaukee Bucks for Greg Monroe. The Suns also receive a protected 2018 first-round pick and a protected 2018 second-round pick.
I think that's
It's a little weird. And the Suns are already negotiating a buyout for Greg Monroe.
Yeah. What do you think?
Celtics should be interested.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the Celtics, I'm. I think you like him a little more than you like
Okafor, definitely.
Okafor. Yeah.
Well, here's my thing though. Does this trade make the Bucks like a contender? Not a contender.
I mean,
They definitely lack some shooting.
They're always
So that'd be good.
they've always been in the mix, but I definitely think it improves their roster. I mean,
Yeah.
Monroe wasn't doing much for them.
No.
Monroe, I
He
mean,
just didn't fit the system.
somehow they kept Brogdon to the deal. That's weird, right?
Well, Brogdon,
I
he's
think
got
the
a lot of
Suns-
red flags going because
Yeah.
A, the injuries, and two, and B, I mean, what is he, like 25, 27? I mean,
Yeah.
he was a rookie last year, but he's like an older rookie, so he's not really going to get much better.
Yeah.
And then the injuries is just sort of,
But I would have
pushes him back. It's a risk.
I would have guaranteed that Brogdon or Thonmaker would have been in that deal, and if I was the Suns, I would have held strong to that.
They fucked up because they made this dude look like shit, and they didn't really get equal value.
And Eric
Yeah.
Bledsoe. If you
Yeah.
tried to trade Eric Bledsoe last trade deadline,
Yeah.
you would have gotten.
or not even that. Don't air out what the fuck he said or the
Just
meeting that they had.
Just be like, we're completely
Just be
behind
like,
Eric Bledsoe.
yeah.
Play him, whatever.
Or not even that. Like you want to shorten his minutes, fine.
Right.
And then in the meantime, we're looking to move him. And then when we finally do move him, we say, you know what?
But you know what?
He wasn't happy. And
we're also okay.
We
with
weren't
him
happy with
staying
him
here, right? Yeah.
But how funny is that? They tried this 3-guard machine or whatever you want to call it, 3-headed point guard monster, and all of them are gone, and they don't have much to show for it.
And all three of them
No.
said how badly they hated playing for the Suns.
Yeah.
Like all three of them were like,
but the most important thing is, what do they have to show for it? I mean,
Nothing.
This franchise just made a lot of bad moves, from the start. From the start since they were relevant. After obviously the Natch and Stoudemire era, they
since
just
the
made
Charles
bad
Barkley,
decision after bad
since
decision.
the Charles Barkley
No,
trade.
no, that was a good team. The Amari Stoudemire and Nash team. That team nearly went to the finals, but after that,
No, since they traded away, Robert Horry for throwing a towel in Danny Ainge's face, it's
Yeah.
been all downhill.
Yeah.
since the
it's
nachos
done.
have been stale,
Yeah.
it just hasn't
Since
been.
Rex
the same.
what I'm
Chapman hit
saying.
that running fadeaway 3.
I don't know how to tell
Kevin
Tim
Johnson
this.
came back. It's been
I don't know
bad.
how to tell him this, but Phoenix will just be a retirement land where they just need to play okay basketball to sell tickets at that arena. They'll be fine with it.
The arena is connected to a casino, so that's always another option.
Ooh, I
when you
like
go
that.
there.
Yeah, we gotta
After
go
the
with
first
Tim.
quarter.
We gotta go with Tim
We
sometime.
gotta
to a
talk.
Suns
No,
game,
we gotta
bro.
talk to Tim. We want to talk to Tim soon, though.
Yeah, definitely.
In case you missed it, Danny Ainge has tweeted out a photo of Gordon Hayward putting up shots from a chair at the Celtics practice facility, and I quote, "putting in work."
I think this is stupid.
Okay, tell us how you really feel.
That's it.
Okay,
I think it's dumb.
no, I mean,
You're not
I
gonna-
think it was interesting that Danny Ainge put up the tweet. I don't know why, but I find that interesting because he's never really done that with any players.
Yeah.
Except that time, I think Gerald Green made fun of him because he was trying to rap, but that's a different reason.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Speaking of Gordon Hayward, we haven't been on since his injury, but he did held a press conference last week. He talked about everything surrounding his injury and his surgery, and now that his hard cast has been removed, he says he's hopefully close to joining his teammates on the bench after the doctors clear him. So, looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I thought the press conference was fine. I mean, some people thought that it wasn't necessary. They thought that why are people making it sound like as if he's never going to play basketball again? I mean, yeah, okay. I guess there's been a little more attention towards it. I mean, we saw what the Red Sox did, wearing his uniform and telling him to, wishing him well. But I think it's just part of what Boston is. I mean, the city of Boston and what the other teams, whether we're talking about the Red Sox or the Patriots, they all sort of support each other in a way that I feel like other cities you don't necessarily see that.
No, yeah, I agree.
So I don't have any problems with it. I do feel like, okay, now we're at a point where we can move on.
Yeah, I think you have
Southers
to move
are playing
on.
well.
You have to move on.
Yeah, you do, but I feel like we
that's-
just reached that point.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with the press conference.
I didn't mind the press conference.
The
I didn't
one-on-one
mind
with Matt Lauer, though.
the Red Sox. That was a bit, yeah.
That was more like intimate, personal.
And Matt Lauer, I fucking hate that dude. So how did he get the exclusive interview over every other Boston sports media person?
Don't know. Maybe other Boston sports media weren't looking to have that kind of
I guess that's
exclusive.
I guess that's my only moment, I guess,
Yeah.
of this whole Hayward thing. But for the most part, okay.
Good Morning America. Seriously, dude?
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Only chicks watch that. No offense.
I think it wouldn't have been as bad if it was like, I think it should have been like his wife.
It's like,
and the
but
kids.
what I mean by Good Morning America is like, there couldn't be two different audiences than like an NBA primetime game and people who stay home and watch Good Morning America in the morning.
Yeah, as you're not talking about a basketball fans,
No.
hardcore basketball fans watching Good Morning America.
You're not. You're talking about my mom who dropped the kids off at school and then goes and watches Good Morning America, the Oprah. That's like the day.
Yeah, Price is Right.
And then you know what? No, it's probably soap operas, man. Price is Right is what NBA fans would watch Price is Right if they were home.
Yeah, it's true.
All right.
Well, this, in case you missed it, is brought to you by CLNS mobile app.
Oh, it's been a while.
When you want the best.
Still got to talk to Nick though about that check. Make sure you download the CLNS mobile app on your iPhone or Android.
You can send it to me at Rockland Trust. CN Dutra. Cash it.
If you can find one. Apparently, there's only one in Wellesley and
No,
Rockland.
there's one in
He's gonna
Wellesley,
write- he's gonna-
Rockland, Needham, Milford,
He's gonna
Norwood.
He's gonna write SEEN.
Scene.
Scene.
Especially because you thought you were black to begin with, right?
Day scene.
Actually, that is how most black people spell Sean.
It's the right fucking way to spell Sean. It's actually the Irish way, motherfuckers. And I had a bet with my brother. I said, listen, you either call your first son Deshaun, and then if you have twins, you have to call him Deshaun
And Day
and Night Sean.
and Night Sean. There you go.
You didn't take the bet, though. So
I don't know how to rebound from that. The Night Sean. Night Sean.
wait. We forgot about Sway.
We did. A big congrats to Josue and being honored by El Mundo Boston as being one of the 30 most influential Latinos under 30 in the city. Congrats, brother.
That's fucking
thank
huge,
you,
bro.
thank you.
That's great.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a great honor, man. I've had a lot of fun with those guys. Had a couple interviews. Huge fans of the podcast, guys. Huge fans of Causeway in general. And those guys are great. I can't wait for the ceremony, for the party at Royale. Tickets already sold out.
Going down.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys.
It's gonna be the second time something big happens at Royale for Sway.
Oh yeah, the last time I was there.
Last time he was there, yo.
Did we?
On
Yeah, we
stage
told that
with Lil
story,
Jon.
right? Yeah, we did tell that
Little
story.
John took him on stage and called him Pablo and had him shake some champagne into the crowd.
Now you can call Little John something different. You can say, Little James, what are you doing?
Little Juan.
Little Juan. Yeah. Really get there. But congratulations,
Yo, this
Sway.
is my
That's
buddy
fucking-
Deshaun.
Hey, I've known you. I've known you since you started getting into this journalism shit, man, and I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man,
Thanks, guys.
There's no words to describe,
Oh, here goes Joe.
all the good stuff that I've seen you go through, and you continue to grow, and the sky's the limit for you, doing your thing, from fucking watching Celtics as little kids to covering the Celtics. It's fucking been amazing watching you.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. This is a celebration for Saturday, man. All of us gonna be there, so I can't
Hell yeah.
wait, man. We're gonna be.
Joel's crying.
It's gonna be straight Causeway Street in the building, man. Repping, of course.
We're repping hard, but
Yeah.
there for you, bro. So
Shout out to Elvis.
Yeah, shout out to Elvis, man. Great guy. He was actually the one who did the video interview with me. Everyone there, I can't wait. Honestly, I'm really honored. It's just something that when they first reached out to me, I was like, all right, I appreciate the recognition, but probably not going to get that. And then,
Oh yeah, you were one of 400 nominees, right?
yeah.
Crazy.
And then it was top 50, and then I was just like, I wish you guys didn't tell me that, because if I don't get it, I'm going to be like, I made the top 50, but I didn't get quite where I want it to be.
And then we're sitting here being like, yeah, Sway, great job making the top 50, but
Yeah.
you didn't quite make the cut. But great job.
And then I got the phone call, and I was ecstatic. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Thank you to El Mundo Boston. Much appreciated. This is a publication that Joel and I have known since we were kids.
It's been around since the 70s.
Been around for a while. It's funny because the 70s when our mom came here, came to Boston.
Late 70s. Yep.
Late 70s, and then my father followed shortly afterwards. So it's
He used to buy that every week.
yeah, he did.
Every
So
week.
it's unbelievable to be featured in it, and I can't wait for Saturday. But thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, you can catch Sway's interview in his profile on CausewayStreetBlog.com.
Of course, we're putting that shit up there.
Hell yeah, baby. So, yeah, shout out to you, Sway. And
GUH_air_ET on Instagram. He said he was dying laughing from our AIM talk. It was so funny. I had to stop working and go on my break because I was laughing so hard. That's what's up, man. That's one of the best compliments we've ever gotten for the podcast, man.
I told you that AIM shit was gold, man. That AIM shit was gold.
He said it to me personally. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, the last pod had me dying. I really think you guys should do a non-Celtics podcast as well.
And that is it for
In case you missed it.
You can follow our El Mundo honoree at Joe.
By the way, Al
_SWAY.
Horford got this award last year.
That's right. He did.
Al Horford got this award last year. This motherfucker is on the same thing. We didn't even bring it up to Anna. Fuck, man. We did.
See, you know what? That crossed my mind, but I was like, she doesn't know what we're even talking about.
Hey, Anna,
It's
this
gonna
is
be awkward.
Joe Sway Pavone. I don't know if you know this, but I'm getting the same honor as Al.
And plus, what do I say after that?
How do you feel about that?
I know, right? She's like, Al never told me he got this last year, so I don't know.
What the fuck are you talking
I don't know what you're talking about, but congrats.
I do want to talk to Al about it, though. That's something I'm planning on doing.
Nice. Awesome.
You
Should be fun.
You can follow Scene on Twitter, too.
At Scene Dutra, SEANDUTRA.
Sean making a little bit of a buzz on Twitter now.
Yeah, you have.
I feel like you used to be a little more quiet and sort of see things from afar, but now you're jumping in there.
Jumping in, man. I don't know. Get my feet wet, being a little,
Get your feet wet, dude. You should have been doing that a long time ago. You're just now doing it.
Twitter's a hard thing to keep up with for me, man. Like, I love reading the shit, and like I get so caught up in reading it, I'm like, I don't want to tweet anything about it now. I'm like, it's already been said, but you know me. I'll get there. Follow me on Twitter, guys.
So also add the Causeway Snapchat. We'll get something going on Saturday. It should be fun.
Definitely. And also follow the CLNS podcast channel on YouTube. We're on there now. If you haven't seen us on their regular,
so we're on like the.
we gotta talk to Nick about that on
we're
Saturday.
We're on the fucking G League right now.
Actually,
you can say that
actually,
shit, which
can't
is
even.
some fucking bullshit, Nick.
Nick ain't gonna be there, but
He gonna be there.
But this episode actually is going to be on the front page of CLNS.
Oh,
I should have told you guys before.
Oh, well, edit that part.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick.
What up, Nick? That's good,
my
homie.
man, Nick. Hey.
Yeah.
He still strongly encourages us to get on video. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, use this month. He said we'll be there all month. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Shit. This whole thing started as writers, so
Listen, we can get video if we want video.
How long did it take us to go from writing to podcasting? So
Joelle didn't even want to do video when it comes to Ana Horford. She was sitting there all
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
and
dude.
shit, dude. She was all fucking professional, fucking make-upped up and just looked like a fucking amazing woman. And you were just like,
I enjoyed
holding it away from you like you're scared of microwave radiation, bro. You're like, I got that close to the microwave.
I can see her, but you couldn't see me.
Yeah, which
I like the being anonymous.
And Anna's a great looking woman. I think so. I think we'll say that.
Oh, yeah, she definitely is. She knows
She
that.
is. Yeah, definitely. She knows it too.
All right,
All right, before we get all creepy,
Now we're getting creepy.
you brought it back up again.
Just saying, you get scared of the video.
That's not creepy. If I was creepy, then I'd be like, "Hey, Anna."
No, you would.
All up in like,
I mean,
like,
if
how
you-
does like she should see my teeth? I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, Anna?"
Hey, this is Joel. I don't know if you noticed, but normally I control.
Yo,
As seen as broken.
that's a wrap. That's
The
a wrap.
mic.
That's a wrap.
Until next time. Mic drop. Mic broken.